In this video, I'm going to show you how to make my brain booster coffee for travel. Now, this is similar to Dave Asprey's Bulletproof coffee. All right, so these are some simple ingredients that you can very easily pack in your carry-on and have a very satiating, healthy, almost sustaining meal in flight. And here's how it works. Now, if you've read or studied Dave Asprey and his Bulletproof coffee, and if you haven't, I recommend that you do. I'll leave a link below, but you'll know the benefits for your brain, and if you're an intermittent faster like I am, this can be a great way to break a fast. Now, I'm going to give you a disclaimer right now. I make mine very, very different, my brain booster coffee. I'm not trying to lose weight at this point. I am an intermittent faster, and so I like to use some different ingredients so that I can also add protein and some calories to my Bulletproof coffee, or my Fat Blaster Brain Booster coffee, as I call it. Now, you'll see the link for the recipe below if you want the exact details, but essentially mine is coffee. It's MCT oil, which I travel in this little container. I also use grass-fed butter. I use collagen powder because it has protein, coconut milk in a little travel container that I freeze prior to leaving, and by the time I'm ready for my Bulletproof, it's defrosted. I like to add cacao powder to mine, cinnamon, and some other fun things like maca powder. So what I typically do is I will pre-package in a little Ziploc bag. This is my collagen powder, cacao, maca powder, and cinnamon, and I put my tablespoon of butter right in there, and then I travel with it inside of my Yeti, which I never leave home without. So what I do when I get on the flight, I will, or actually once I get through security, I don't like to do this till I'm through security because they might take it. I simply dump the container of this Ziploc right into my Yeti. Also, I do travel with instant coffee and little cacao powder, collagen powder packets, especially if I'm going overseas. Not for the coffee, but for the cacao. Now, another thing that I like to add is a tablespoon of almond butter, raw, unsweetened almond butter. This is the Trader Joe's brand, which is kind of messy. So I will just add it in there as well. Now, I also use the Costco brand. I can't think of the name of it, but, and what I will do with that particular one is I will actually put it inside that Ziploc container that had all the cacao powder as well. And when I put it in there, I make sure I coat it with the cacao powder, which kind of hardens it. It makes it not so messy, as you'll see, even here in the Ziploc bag. And then I will add just one of these droppers. This is just a facial oil thing that I saved from Trader Joe's. This is a teaspoon of MCT oil. I cleaned it out really well, and it travels perfectly. And guess what? It fits right in my toiletry bag if I need for it to. All right, and then from there, I will add my coffee. Now, pretend like this is coffee that you've ordered on the airplane, right? I get on, and when they ask what I want, I always order 1.5 cups of coffee because they're so small, and I usually get water too. I'm kind of high maintenance on the flight. I just simply pour that in, and then I usually will shake it all around. I always travel with a little throwaway, a spoon even, but something where I can kind of mix it up in there and start it dissolving. You'll see it gets kind of messy. Then I take my frother and I start frothing. And I just mix it all up good. I do that. I usually do about a minute. And after it's blended for a minute, I also always travel with a Ziploc bag with a paper towel in it so that I can set it on there because it's messy. I'm not going to worry about it here. And then I will take my defrosted coconut milk, add it in there. It's not quite defrosted, but sometimes I'll order a thing of hot water and just set it in there if I need to. And then I just simply take my frother again, and I just start mixing. Now, I don't know why, but for me, I like mine served over ice. So I will often ask for a cup of ice as well. And then I can either pour the ice in there, put my handy dandy Yeti lid on if I want, drink it like that. But I honestly like to treat myself and drink it out of a glass straw that I always travel with in my bag that I've shown that everything fits in. Okay, so all of these prepackaged items, this is also prepackaged collagen powder, cinnamon, maca powder, all those type things that I can travel with in this bag. And then I can have my Bulletproof, or rather my Brain Booster coffee every single day when I travel. And that's how I do it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'm Jackie Almer, Travel Life by a Pilot Wife. Please subscribe to my channel, share it, leave me a comment or suggestions of how you like to stay well hydrated, well satiated, and really fuel your body with good food while you travel. Learn more about me at highaltitudehabits.com.